สวัสดีครับท่านผู้มีเกียรติทุกท่านครับตอนนี้ใกล้เวลาที่เราจะเริ่มงานกันแล้วนะครับขอได้เชิญทุกท่านที่อยู่ภายนอกนะครับเข้ามาอยู่ข้างในห้องได้เลยนะครับ Good morning ladies and gentlemen Konnichiwa Welcome to the 16th ATRANS Annual Conference So the official conference will start very soon so please proceed to the conference room. I hope everyone enjoy this place. ตอนนี้เราใกล้จะเริ่มแล้วนะครับเรียนเชิญแขกผู้มีเกียรติที่อยู่ข้างนอกนะฮะสามารถเข้ามาในห้องประชุมได้เลยนะครับ Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed delegates, honored guests, and participants from various countries, a very good morning to each and every one of you. Welcome to the 16th ATRANS annual conference held at Chatham Glen, Bangkok. My name is Police Lieutenant Colonel Vaipot Gulachai from Suntundanta Ratchapat University, and
my name is Puttipong Jolasikon from Thammasat University, and it is our absolute pleasure to serve as the master ceremony of this event. So, as we gather today, so we have many people, many scholars, and many practitioners from various geography, right, from many disciplines, gather together to create some innovations in transportation that could help shape the transportation in the world and the road safety. So today,
so we will start our conference now. Okay, let's start with the introduction and welcome message. So I would like to present Dr. Passakon Prathombutr, SEVP CTO of DEPA, Ministry of Digital Economy and Society, and the distinguished first Vice-Chairperson of ATRANS. He will set the tone of our event and extend a warm welcome. Let's give a hearty welcome to Dr. Passakon, please. Thank you.
Thank you.
Dr. Chula Sukmanop, Secretary General of EEC and ATRANS Chairpersons. Mr. Nobuyuki Kawai, Executive Director of International Association of Traffic and Safety Science, EATSS Japan. ท่านนิกรจำนง Chairman of the People's Safety Foundation, as well as ATRANS board members, delegates, distinguished guest speaker, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. I'm sorry. Ohayou gozaimasu. Good morning. So a very warm welcome to all of you to the 16th ATRANS annual conference. On 4th of May 2007, is about 16 years ago, a group of the very keen academic researchers and transport pioneers joined hands to discuss seriously in forming a non-profitable and pure academic research activities, benefiting our society at large, which has become the ATRANS society nowadays. This year, ATRANS has entered the 16 years of operation since the establishment in 2007. Our vision is to pursue transportation for the better life. One of the ATRANS missions is to turn research outcomes to actual implementation to our dynamic societies. In addition to the gathering event, we initiate ATRANS Young Researcher Forums to provide a broader opportunity to not only young researchers but also students at large to present their research outputs and to share their knowledge and ideas through paper presentations, which will be taken place via on-site and online meetings this afternoon. Every aspect of our life has been effectively by the rapid change of the technology, like a digital disruption. But thanks to the technology, it also allows us to increase more communication channels. This year, we are able to meet face-to-face on-site meetings to make it a very significant place for academic gatherings and discuss regaining relationship and networking, as well as increasing engagement. While people mobilizing across the globe, and to some extent, the law of transport connectivity, safety, and mobility is much more critical. This is because 50% of transport missions are linked to the movement of people. That is the displacements which contribute to air pollution and congestion and negatively impacts the well-being of people. Since more than 40% of the labor force or the workers commute to the workplace as the unavailable part of their days, it can certainly be said that transportation is capable supportive of the mobility needs of a society. However, we should consider a manner that is the least damageable to the environment and does not impair the mobility needs of the future generations. Thailand intends to reduce its greenhouse gas emission by 20% by 2030, and on a condition basis, expect it could reduce emission by 25% in that time frame. Nevertheless, the question are for how long the recovery of this problem will take and what this means for our transportation. In response to these problems, Asian Transport Research Society, or ATRANS, in collaboration with International Association of Traffic and Safety Science, jointly organized the 16th ATRANS Annual Conference on Transportation for the Better Life, transforming toward decarbonization, safety, and sustainability, in searching for potential policy measures for the safe and sustainable future. Today, I am sure that we will learn a lot from our distinguished guest speakers, regardless of benefit of decarbonization, safety, and sustainability in transportation. Our member and staff here, we have worked very hard and preparing and making this annual conference possible. We wish to ensure that all the distinguished guests and participants will gain more diverse ideas related to the transportation. We hope you may use this opportunity for networking, buildings, and as a cross-cultural exchange with one another. ATRANS will always step forward little by little to contribute to our dynamic society through accommodating research and knowledge on transportation and innovation technology, traffic safety, energy and environment, and through providing opportunity to share the outcome with all of you. And last but not least, ATRANS is greatly in depth of International Association of Traffic and Society Science for funding ATRANS academic activities. Without their consecutive contribution, ATRANS would not have come to this far. I hope you will join in the discussions today, making it fruitful and beneficial for everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Passakon, for the clear introduction of the conference and warm welcome message. So what's going next?
Yeah, so as Dr. Passakon said, as ATRANS would never come for this far if we don't have grateful support from IATSS. So it is my honor to invite Mr. Nobuyuki Kawai, the Executive Director of IATSS, to share his welcome word for us. And please extremely welcome Mr. Nobuyuki. Thank you.
Dr. Chula Sukmanop, the Chairman of the Asian Transportation Research Society, also known as ATRANS, Dr. Passakon Prathombutr, ATRANS Vice-Chairperson, other members of ATRANS, and distinguished participants. On behalf of the International Association of Traffic and Safety Sciences, also known as IATSS, I would like to welcome all the guests and the participants to the 16th ATRANS Annual Conference. IATSS is the co-sponsoring organization of this conference. IATSS has been working closely with ATRANS since its establishment in 2007 and has successfully implemented many research projects together. IATSS and ATRANS have many common traits and goals. Both organizations are associations of scholars, researchers, and other professionals working on the front lines of various academic fields relating to traffic and safety. They have a shared goal of making contribution to the realization of an ideal mobile society. I would like to strongly emphasize that both organizations fund and organize their projects through interdisciplinary research teams. Those teams comprise professionals from various disciplines who work in collaboration with each other. Such interdisciplinary teams are not just a group of experts implementing separate researches, but complement one another's expertise and coordinate their activity in order to achieve their shared goals. With such academic research as their core activity, both IATSS and ATRANS have been working together and are now facing a common challenge, which is an application of our academic findings in the real world. In other words, we need to make the most of the results of our invaluable research project in order to get one step closer to the realization of an ideal mobile society. We need to actively publish and effectively communicate our research findings to the people who can apply them to real-world situations. Accordingly, we need to further develop collaboration with government offices, non-governmental organizations, private businesses, and other public sectors. They are the entities who can put academic theories into practice. For example, establishing national and regional policies that create new legal frameworks for traffic safety, making traffic infrastructure with various construction projects, and implementing public education programs concerned with general citizens. In this context, it is apparent from today's conference program that ATRANS is successfully collaborating with public agencies, private business, and city authorities. This morning, after this short remark, Dr. Chula Sukmanop, ATRANS chairman, and at the same time serves as the Secretary General of the Eastern Economic Corridor Office, will give the keynote lecture on smart city. In the afternoon, there will be a special lecture on Amata's smart city project by Mr. Vikram Klomadi, the chairperson and the founder of Amata Corporation PCL. We have also invited many scholars from IATSS and ATRANS. I hope that all the participants will have an insightful and inspiring lecture time and Q&A sessions today. I also would like to draw your attention to the ATRANS Young Researchers Forum, scheduled in the late afternoon today. Every year, ATRANS invites prosperous young scholars, mainly from Southeastern Asian region, to present and share their research results. I believe this will surely help ATRANS to expand its scope of research geographically beyond national borders and into the future. When you look at the themes of today's conference, it becomes clear that we need to take a multifaceted approach in the research activities of IATSS and ATRANS. Although traffic safety remains the core value to be pursued, we must do it in conjunction with global environmental sustainability, utilizing cutting-edge technologies like an artificial intelligence. Today, we are witnessing the rapid change in our modern mobile society, rapid development of the automatic driving technology will require completely new legal and social frameworks. The application of emerging new technologies make such things possible as environmentally friendly new modes of transportation and highly optimized traffic and logistic controls in the cities. Such transformations are happening so quickly, creating many questions and other problems to be dealt with. Our society needs to respond to those questions and problems just as quickly as they arise. With their interdisciplinary approach, both IATSS and ATRANS can make unique contribution to the society to answer many of those questions in the form of academic research and study. For IATSS and ATRANS, the goal is making solid contributions to the realization of an ideal mobile society. Throughout human history, the need or desire to move between geographical locations is one of the most fundamental human drives. As human continues to go forward, the both organizations aim to contribute to the further improvement and the well-being of human society. Through activities such as today's conference and working closely together, both IATSS and ATRANS can get one step closer to their goal. Thank you, all the participants, for your continued and growing support. Thank you.
Thank you so much for Mr. Nobuyuki warm welcoming. And who will be our next distinguished speaker?
Yes, we will have the chairperson of ATRANS. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are privileged to have with us a distinguished personality to inaugurate our session. I take immense pleasure to inviting Dr. Chula Sukmanop, the respected Secretary General of EEC, and the esteemed chairperson of ATRANS to grace us with the opening remarks. Let's warmly welcome Dr. Chula Sukmanop to set the tone of our gathering. On the stage, please. Thank you.
Mr. Nobuyuki Kawai, Executive Director of International Association of Traffic and Safety Science, ATRANS Honorable Advisor and ATRANS Board Member, Mr. Nikon Jamnong, Chairman of the People's Safety Foundation of Thailand, distinguished guests, speakers, and ladies and gentlemen. A very good morning to all of you who are here today and those who are online participating to this conference. I guess this hybrid way of doing conference is becoming a norm of today's arrangement. I can see many of you have been here or have been very familiar with each other when you are coming here. And I think it is a good opportunity for you to renew the acquaintance and coming to this session in order to make sure that you keep up the contact and also learn something different, something more from today's meeting and conference. Please allow me to express my deepest gratitude for the honor and opportunity I've been given to affiliate the opening remark of this 16th ATRANS Annual Conference on Transportation for Better Life, Transforming Towards Decarbonization, Safety, and Sustainability in Transportation System today. It is undeniable that transportation plays a very crucial role to urban sustainability. Even though there are various attempts that to improve the urban transportation system and deliver sustainability, the faster the city goes, the more negative impact on the environment it can become. Cities account for 2/3 of global energy consumption and more than 70% of annual global carbon emissions. With more than half of the world population living in the city area, a number is expected to rise to almost 70% in the city, in 2050. If it's happened to be like that, it's going to be very difficult for us to make sure that the Paris Agreement on climate change can realize. Changing the community behavior is a key factor for sustainability mobility, which also bring great benefits to environments and for the significant improvement of the quality of life, not just only for the local, but also the society. In response to the above issues, our government has launched Thailand's 20 years national strategy between 2018 to 2037, emphasizing on the sustainable and inclusive growth, which will be the core of our economic development for now on to the next 20 years. To achieve such goal, one of the government policy that I'm working on is on the Eastern Economic Corridor. I'm going to explain for you something about this in the next half, after this opening session. You will see that part of the Eastern Economic Corridor is about the sustainability, about the transport developments, about the local developments, about the greenhouse effect. So we're talking about doing everything in a small scale. It's going to be the good example of area-based development. I'm going to show you later, or exchange the view with you later on after this opening session. Distinguished guests and ladies and gentlemen, innovation, technology, and digital economies are another key area to increase Thailand's competitiveness. Demand of data center and cloud technology in Thailand has been underpinned by country internet and mobile internet penetration, with individuals and consumers spending more time online and companies adopting a new way of business norm on work from home, and also the gig economy, or we call like fast-growing economy. Particularly and essentially, the government has taken some measures to promote biocircular economy model, as known as BCG model. Some example about it is about the issuance of green and social sustainability bond, green tax expense, which is giving 1.25 times tax reduction on biodegradable plastics, and so some promotion on the investment on electric vehicle through BOI initiative. The electrification of transportation and the decarbonization of automotive industry, powered by renewable energy, are the central global greenhouse gas emission reduction efforts. According to the assessment of investment and financial flow, as known as IATSS, Thailand needs about 13 to 14 billion Thai baht to make transportation infrastructure and make it more resilient against climate change by prioritizing the transportation sector for energy efficiency and conservation measures, and among others. Another critical issue that Thailand is facing for decades is road safety. According to the World Health Organization, Thailand roads are the deadliest in Southeast Asia. Sadly to hear that. Okay. With the 9th highest rate of road fatalities in the world. It's about 32.7 per 100,000 people each year. About 20,000 die of such cause each year. So it's about, we are talking about 56 deaths a day. Meanwhile, 59 people at the age of 15 to 19 years old are injured from the riding motorcycle daily on average. Talking about 59 people a day with that age. So death from speeding also have risen by 4% in recent times, while the fatalities connected to drink driving during holidays are also up. We may have to rethink about how to transform or replan urban living together with safe, sustainable transport developments in line with the minimum impact on climate change. We can see that our task is getting harder and longer and nearer to us every single day. So to this end, it is essential to make a global linkage by regularly organizing this kind of international gathering to make sure that we can learn from each other and exchange information or experience that could help the world or this city or this country better. I hope you will all enjoy the discussion on today's conference and make it successful as before. I can see many of you have joined ATRANS conference for several times, and some of you may be new to this conference. So please enjoy the conference and make sure that you have some spare time to explore the cityscape of Bangkok. Now it's time for me to declare this conference open. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Chula Sukmanop, for your insightful remarks and for gracing us with your presence today. Your contribution are deeply appreciated. So I know that you will give a special lecture again, right? So could you please remain on the stage? Thank you. So what is the next topic?
Yeah, the topic here is about we're going to go deeper into anticipated panel discussions, and we are going to a transformative journey to the topic today, which is decarbonization, safety, and sustainability in the transportation. And Dr. Chula will give a special lectures about this topic, but within the context of Thailand. And yes, please welcome his lectures here. Thank you.
Okay. It's not about the total smart city. It's about the opportunity. It's about the Eastern Economic Corridor. It's about area development. So I'll try to make some relation between this event today, conference, the theme of the conference, and what I am doing. Okay. So you can see the slide. Now this is the map of Thailand. Okay, you can see Thailand versus the world. Not the world, just said this is the region. Thailand is, you can see the connectivity between Thailand and other countries. You can see where the main growth engine or the main user of or the main consumer or producer of the whole economic development of this region, where it is now. So the Eastern Economic Corridor is one. We can see it is the eastern part of Thailand. Okay, it's nearby. You can. It's about on the area itself. It's about the maximum. The furthest from Bangkok is about 200 kilometers. The exercise of the EC, the Eastern Economic Corridor, is, I can say it's the second part or next chapter of the Eastern Seaboard. Some of you who know Thailand very well, or some of Thai people who live in Thailand for more than 50 years may know the word Eastern Seaboard. The EC itself is the next chapter of Eastern Seaboard, where we try to utilize what Eastern Seaboard has done for the country for the last 40 years by introducing the target industry. We have some targeted industry within the area.
Recording in progress.
And giving the best incentive that is available for Thailand for the moment into the area. So this is the part of the area-based development where we specify the area. We specify the industry that we like to have in the area and put up some incentive in order to make sure that the incentive is good enough to draw in the foreign direct investment into the country. The EEC itself is working under a specific law. The government issue law dedicated for this area-based developments. We have a certain mechanism where, as I mentioned, we have 12 targeted industries. Then within these 3 provinces in Thailand, we divide it into promotion zones. And within that zones, if you invest in the targeted industries, we can have the incentive, give you incentive, offer you the incentive that fits with the particular industry that the investor would like to come. And also, we have a special licensing or permit scheme where the investor can get away or get around with some law and regulation that can be some pain or some pain point that used to have for the investor. So I'm talking about under this law, my office or myself can issue the permit up to 44 permits or license under, I exercise the power of different laws under this law. So it's easier for people to come and invest and make it easier to get the license in order to build up the factory and operate the industries. So that are the mechanism or how the EC acts put up in order to make sure that these have a kind of fast track for development or investment in Thailand. Also, we are doing some kind of exercise in order to make sure that the ecosystem of investment within the area is favorable to investor enough. We have some kind of scheme where we do it like some kind of, we call it demand-driven education and training, where the students in the area can, let's say if you're going to the college, to university or vocational school, you can study in school or university for, let's say, 3 years and spend the whole year at the factory and can graduate it. Working in the factory can get credit and become graduation within this course. Also, we have certain funding in order to make sure that the local community can be remedied or protected in case of the incoming developments. So far, what the government have done, we put up some PPP fast track project where we want to make sure that we have enough supporting infrastructure for the future. So far, if we look at the money, how the project come in since the start of the EC office. From the first phase ending last year, on the left hand you can see the number of projects that have committed to invest within the EC, talking about 50 billion US dollar. From this 50 billion US dollar, certain portion is under the PPP infrastructure project. we're talking about the high-speed train that you may have heard between Bangkok and Utapao airports. We're talking about the expansion of Utapao International Airport. We're talking about the expansion of 2 ports, one in Lam Chabang and one in Mataput area. So these are the PP scheme. But the majority of the investment project come from private investments, where up to the last 5 years, about 36.7 billion US dollar. And also about 2.4 billion is under the government money. So for the next period or the next phase, beginning this year, we foresee that the amount of project can be risen, and we estimate the amount of investment from this year on until the next 5 years. Okay, we have a certain target. This is the target before I start working in the EC. I've been working with the EC for 5 months. Okay, so from this phase 2, we are going to put the investment promotion, instead of putting 12 targeted industry, I put it in 5 clusters. You can see it later. Okay, so I feel that if we doing like industry by industry, that 12 may not be good enough if you want to increase the investment. I went through the supply chain of the whole industry and doing the value chain of the industry and come up with the 5 clusters. And that when we put that cluster, it can be better for us to give the customized incentive package to each particular clusters. And that could help us to utilize the mechanism under the Act better. This slide shows that the previous 5 years, most of the industry that we get about 22 billion from private investment, okay, from foreign country. The most popular targeted industry will be on petrochemicals and chemicals. This is the continuous development through our Eastern Seaboard, where we have some kind of petrochemical industry. So that's also the ongoing investment. The second most popular will be automotive and parts that we used to have become like Detroit of Asia. Now we have less internal combustion engine, but now we have more electrified car or EV within the EC. And apart from that will be electronics and appliance and that kind of IT investment in the country. But I would like to draw you to the bottom right, auto industries. We can see that the green industry, the BCG, the bio or green economies coming to the EC quite a lot, especially on the electric solar cell energy, the renewable energy, the cogeneration power system relating to the electricity power supply, about the logistic, about the relating to construction. So this auto industry is growing very strongly. You can see that it even more, we have more investment on this more than the EV. Okay, maybe because these are the ecosystem where once we have this kind of industry, auto industry are coming. So these are the number of big investor to the EC within the last 5 years. You can see Japan is the #1 in terms of the champion of investor in Thailand. Okay, followed by China, Singapore, US, and also some of you may not know that Hong Kong, China also invest a lot, especially on the electric appliance, something like that in Thailand. But if you look at the charts, you can see the blue one. The blue one is other countries, but you can see that from other country, Thai investors pay about 47% that on the row of 55. So it means that the biggest investor in the AC so far is Thai people. Okay. So as I mentioned, for the EC, we're talking about 3 provinces in Thailand: Chachoengsao, Chonburi, and Rayong. But the incentive can be given just only to the promotion zone. So far, we have promotion zones, 28 promotion zone. One of the zone, the big one, will be Amata, where in the afternoon session, the CEO of Amata is going to talk about the smart city, where he changed the idea of industrial estate into the city, where city and industrial estate can live together. It's another exercise where he applied Yokohama city to his industrial estate. It could be interesting for you to listen to him. So apart from the area, the investment zones that are available for the investments, the EC have a special promotion zone for specific industry. This means that this area is dedicated to specific industries. So if you invest in this area, in these promotional zones, you get the best benefit that you can get from Thailand. Okay, I won't go into the details, but you can have a look later if you have somebody who would like to invest in Thailand. Okay, for the package itself, for the incentive, we give incentive into 3 different types. The first one will be on tax related or tax and duties. We're talking about the exemption of corporate income tax, talking about the exemption of custom duties for the import-export of products, okay, or raw material. So we also have some kind of license that we can give the investor the ownership of land or condominium. So some of you may know that to come to Thailand, foreigner can own land. But if you come to invest in Thailand, set up a company, that can be like 100% owned by foreigner. The company can buy land in the EC area. Okay. Or if you don't want to buy, you can lease for a long term, up to 99 years. Okay, you can apply or enjoy long-term residential visa, where the workforce can come in with a long-term visa and automatic work permit. And also in some area, you can get some kind of exempt from certain professional license. But the best that you can do so far will be on the right hand, where we're doing some kind of regulatory guillotine, where the pain point that investor facing when, let's say, if you want to come to Thailand to invest and set up a factory, some can take you 2 years to get the permit to build and operate. So this can resolve by going to the EC and coming to us, and we issue certain permits or license, up to 44 license for you. You don't need to go out to run across the country to try to get the license. And we also trying to do the one-stop service where you can apply from anywhere, don't need to come to Thailand. On the infrastructure side, some or most of you are in the transportation field. In the EC, we have 4 infrastructure projects. It's a PPP project, okay? 2 projects on ports, and 1 on airports, and the other on high-speed train linking the airport in Utapao in the EC through the airports in Bangkok, which is Suvarnabhumi and Dongmueang. Okay, so this is the high-speed trains. From now, the expectation time for operation will be 2028, which is about 5 years from now. We haven't started yet. Okay, we're doing some kind of preparations where there will be some certain negotiation need to do between the EC with the government and the private sectors and the SRT, who State Railway of Thailand, who are the holder of the project. Okay. Utapao is another gateway for people. We have Utapao Airport already, but for this expansion, we build up a new runway, new terminal, but there will be a project within this project called Airport City, where it's going to be some entertainment complex where you can come flying to the Utapao Airport, and then they have a certain area where you can stay there for 24 hours. Last week we just got the permit that those entertainment places in the area can open 24 hours. Just only this area within this airport city, not in Pattaya just yet. So this is another project. The last two projects will be related to logistics. One is the Lachawang expansion. We have another terminal can accommodate up to 18 million TEU a year. And Mataput industrial port will be related to LNG. Okay, LNG, liquid natural gas. So it can handle about 11 million tons a year. So these are the progress and the period that could operate. We're talking about the operation, running, not the finish of the construction. So these are the 5 clusters that I would like you to see, to have a look. Okay, we divide the targeted industry into medical cluster, okay, medical and health, digital to the next generation automotive. That cover EV, and also we have some interest trying to do like electric aircraft also coming to the area too. Okay, for the BCG is relating to like green economy, talking about bio, some certain bio, some food for the future, some agro industry. Okay, and the service area will be relating to tourism, logistic, transportation. So these are the, if you look at the cluster, these are the potential sectors and the potential benefits or project that you can come to the EC. So if you're talking about the sustainable, you're talking about the economy, you can see that we are open for it's something like advanced agriculture, the biofuel, biochemical, some food, something like this. So these are the prospects that the cluster can offer, can be the opportunity for investor to come in. But anyway, once the economy or the growth of the economy come in, investor come in, the final exercise of my office will not just only the economic growth. What our task is to deal with sustainable developments of the whole, transform from economic activity to social developments, and make sure that the whole smart living or livable cities can go from the industry to the village. So that can conclude my brief. I can say like a lecture, but it's not like lecture. It just give you some certain information. So the screen will be on the further details that would like to know more. I will be around, okay? And you can look at you can scan on this and then have a further information on address on screen. Thank you very much for listening and for your attention.
Thank you, Dr. Chula Sukmanop, for your enlightening presentation and invaluable insights. So we truly appreciate your contribution to today's lectures. And ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to capture this moment together. And we'll be organizing a group photo, right, for photo sessions. And we'd like to everyone to join in a part of it. And will we gather first?
I would like to invite ATRANS chairperson, ATRANS board members, as delegates, invited guest speakers, and our VIP guests. So maybe Professor Morimoto, Professor Ichinose, could you please go to the stage, please? Mr. Tomita, and also Dr. Passakon, and also ATRANS board member, please.ขอเรียนเชิญท่านอาจารย์ต่างๆที่เป็นเมมเบอร์ของ ATRANS ด้วยนะครับผมขอเรียนเชิญครับผมท่านอาจารย์สุวัสดิ์ครับผม Professor Fukuda please thank you อาจารย์สิทธาเชิญครับผม Professor Siddha, Professor Varamed, and Professor Paramed, please. Thank you. Okay, smile. Cheese. Yeah, we also have Professor Alex from the Philippines on the stage. Sumimasen, Midihat, please. Thank you. Can you do that like this? Please, thank you. ยกมินิฮาร์ทหน่อยได้ไหมครับ โอเค thank you. Wow, thank you so much. Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're
gonna have a coffee break.
Breakfast, yes, of course.
It's the time that we are waiting for. Right? Have coffee break before we gonna coming with another sessions.
Yeah. So now the time is 10:04. So we will have a short break, and then please come back to the room at 10:20. 10:20. Thank you. The coffee break is just outside our conference room, so enjoy your coffee break. Thank you.